Hello. Felt called to do a little update check-in and just share some things that feel they would like to be shared. And not just for me in my own world, but I feel like in general. Oh, hi. It's interesting. I was behind an ambulance and the back doors of the ambulance just flung open and there was a man standing there on his phone. Doesn't look like he's dressed in ambulance wear. I don't know, but that's a thing even. But not really quite sure what's just. I don't know what just happened. Those doors need to be secured. I'm thinking, but yeah. Lately, things in life feel very interesting, like right on cue, but also unscripted. Where it feels like it's like scripted in a way, but also is. I wonder. What's going on? Why is now we're just stopped here and he's right there and we're okay. Interesting. Life lately has been very interesting, I will say, and yeah, like it just feels like I'm in a funny, like words are good to use when we can find the words, but sometimes it's like beyond words. Lately, things feel very beyond words, and also it's funny to like tell the story of what I'm experiencing and finding the like lessons and like kind of little gems of wisdom. And that's not an ambulance, that was a fire truck, okay? And I don't know what ambulance gear is, but I couldn't tell. It was just like a red back end of a truck, but okay, I don't know. Anyways, but yeah, like the gems, the little nuggets, you know, of wisdom of something that's there, which yeah, I try to find and seek out meaning in things, you know, like I try to make sense of things and give them, you know, just feel like there's a purpose or there's some sort of mission or something that's you know, and realizing that not everybody is wired like that, and it's okay to not be wired like that. Although I do feel like life is more enjoyable when we can look at things through a certain lens of curiosity or just seeking out the beauty and purpose and meaning amidst the so much of things that just don't really make any sense or that are corrupted and distorted and strange with how society is as a whole just kind of functions and what's normalized and accepted in culture and things that aren't questioned and just all of the tragedy and suffering and things that go on every day. You know, it's pretty fucked up, and I gotta like speak to that and acknowledge that while also saying that to be aware of those things and the importance of not getting too fixed or focused on all of that, and be a part of bringing in the joy and beauty and solutions for the things that are harming all of us and our earth as a whole and as an organism. So we all have a lot of power in our hands, and I think the biggest thing I ever want to bring back or want to share is the reminder of to remind people to take back their power and to be the one steering behind the wheel of their life. Because there's a lot at play, a lot of influence and impact of things all around us. You know, when we're on the road, it's like, here we have the stoplights that tell us stop and go. There's other cars. We got to wait for this. But like, and that's life. There's all these external factors that determine how our life, you know, we flow forward and how we get to where we're going. But we're the one riding and driving the vehicle, okay? And your body is the vehicle. Vehicle. I don't know why I'm saying vehicle. Vehicle. You know what I'm saying? So you are the vessel. Like, you are that car every day. Okay, but you're not a machine, but you are also kind of part machine. Paradox and contradictions and everything. I find it fun to play with that, because it's not just one thing, this or that. You know, it's everything. It's all the things. It's a lot, and it's good to be able to be flexible in our perspective and not be too fixed and rigid and things be in a particular way, because, you know, we got to stay humble and be open to realizing that we don't know. And also we do know. See what I did there? But yeah, it feels good as time goes on just to feel more and more confident in my voice and in my experience and secure in myself as an individual. I've gone deep into the depths of my psyche and soul the past few years. Just all of life, I guess, but through relationship and through patterns and observing dynamics and seeing my childhood and my parents and the things that made me who I am, and like my unconscious, subconscious, shadow aspects and all of that. Like I've dive deep in, and it's been uncomfortable. And also it's as time goes on, I'm deepening into my sense of self, where I have more awareness and more compassion and empathy for myself. You know, it's been so easy for me to give that to other people, but it's been a lot harder for me to give that to myself. And I'm very critical. I've been very judgmental of myself, and there's a lot of shame that has lived in my body for being me and just having the feelings and thoughts that I do. I felt for a lot of my life, I felt judged or teased or ridiculed or not understood or made fun of, or like just not taken seriously, not respected, you know, like a lot of us have. So coming out of that and being able to like find my own inner security as an individual outside of other people and my relationships, and because you know I'd been codependent for a bit in some of my relationships, and with my friendships it's not like that. With women, don't have that, but with men I've definitely had some wounding I've been reenacting related to my father, and even like the, you know, like I just see, and I've psychoanalyzed myself so many times, you know, I get it. And I'm realizing now at this point, it's so much of what my work I'm doing is somatically. It's like just being in my body, with my breath, being present, finding peace and stillness, and also moving through things through the chaos of dance and movement, shaking, yoga, whatever it is that comes up, and how to flow through things. And really, when it comes down to it, it's that balance of like stillness and quiet and movement and sound, and we are that bridge and that middle point between all of these different contrasting elements. And I'm just finding like I have things to share with the world, and I know that's why I've been doing these videos. It's like I you know, and it's in a flow state where I don't, when it comes to editing videos and adding extra flair stuff to it, like I don't know, it just doesn't, I don't know, I could learn all of that. I kind of like just having this raw, unedited kind of just video of checking in, you know, and whoever may come across this, like it's, yeah, I'm not trying to push it out to everybody. I kind of trust that, you know, whoever's meant to cross my path in this, when I go out into the world, and whoever might cross paths with me digitally is like, that's what's meant to be. And not trying to like push myself out too intensely, you know. But yeah, it's good to talk through things and solidify my internal world. I am an external processor. I just had a therapy session. I hadn't seen her in like 4 months or so. And so it's mostly just a catch up over the past 4 months. But yeah, I felt good to kind of recap the past 4 months and the progress I've made, and kind of what's been unfolding, and what's these big kind of milestone like things that have shifted, and you know, so that was, you know, I wasn't feeling, this morning I had a lot of grief come up and sadness, and you know, I felt my feelings, and still like this underlying like, oh, you know, this weight. It's like I don't want to feel it. I don't want to feel this grief and pain and loss of someone. Like part of me just wants to go back to like, you know, like trying it out again. Like maybe now would be, you know, and it's like, how many times have you done that? Like you gotta just keep focusing on yourself. Like keep, you know, yeah. So it's like I have a lot of supportive friendships. You know, I've been opening up to new people in new ways, and it's been very nourishing and exciting, and you know, deepening my connection to myself inevitably, because I'm realizing like I'm not coming into these relationships codependently or in a state of need. It's like being honest about my wants and desires. This is where I'm at. You know, I'm consciously sharing myself and receiving another person and meeting them where they're at, and it feels really like a lot is shifting within me in how I relate and show up with the world and with myself. And I feel like I finally found that secure attachment that I've been dreaming about. You know, I've been aware of like what that is. I've just not really experienced it. I was avoidantly attached most of my life, up until like 3 years ago, I had a relationship that triggered me into a state of anxiety and anxious attachment. And I think from there, it was mostly, and the relationship after that was also, I was anxiously attached. And I've not really felt that secure, solidness inside myself while in relationship. And it's like, once I got out of that relationship, I was able to find that within myself through like the nurturing of new connections that were like assisting me in creating that security because they were secure. And it was like bringing this balancing energy into my life of being mirrored and shown like what I've been like asking so much from someone else. Just that consistency, the honesty, vulnerability, like just the lack of like possessiveness and jealousy and control. It was just like, this person's just showing up, meeting me and getting to know me and sharing themselves. And yeah, it was very healing. And I feel like it's really supported me in this new version of myself that I am feeling really good about. Just deepening my confidence and security. And so I'm happy to be able to share that. There's more to be said about everything. There's a mystery ahead of us, ahead of me, where I'm like, the plot thickens, what's happening? I'm kind of surrendered, and also have a direction and intention of like what I want, what I need, and what I'd like to see my future look like on some level. It's also kind of hard to when the world is so unclear on what the future looks like for like society as a whole, and like the future on some level. So it's kind of like mystery, embracing the mystery and just being present as much as I can and finding peace in the presence through breath, through movement. Journaling, connecting with a friend, just being open and honest about where I'm at, what's going on, what's happening, and supporting others in that as much as I can. I love holding space for my friends. I love being able to, just connect and relate and, all that good stuff. So. But yeah, I'm feeling a little slightly off still and tired and just kind of like drained. And my body's like kind of going through something. I don't know. It could just be my hormones because I'm about to start my cycle. And maybe that's part of why I'm feeling so. No, it's just there's a lot that we could feel sad, grieve. Honestly, it's not like it's which is my hormones. Like, the hormones are amplifying what's already there because there's a lot going on. So. So rest is productive. Slowing down, listening, receiving, releasing, all the things. And peace and balance, hope, faith, perseverance, persistence, dedication, devotion, love, and power. Taking back our power, being in our power, using our voices, speaking up, shedding fear, and trusting ourselves and this greater thing that we're part of, the collective, the organism that we all yes, all that good stuff. Well, I'm gonna close this up, and thank you so much for listening. I hope that your flow forward is what you want it to be, and also what it is that you need. Because sometimes what we need and what we want are different. And there's a little kid within all of us that wants to kick and scream and throw a fit and be like, well, this is not what I want. But maybe we're just being protected, or maybe it's for the best. Like maybe we're being taken care of without realizing it. Because when you're a kid, you can't really tell that like your parents are looking out for you and saying no to that because it's actually good for you, but you just want what you want, and I think we all have that. We're all kids inside, we all were once a child. And a lot of our trauma starts back there, so there's a lot to unpack there. And I think, connecting to that inner child, attuning to them, being the adult that you didn't have in certain ways, and showing up now to like caretake yourself and the different parts and pieces that have maybe been fragmented in the process of living in this world and not receiving, what you needed and deserved to develop and grow and mature. There's a lot of resources and information out there about, just different ways to connect to your inner child. Like there's meditations, there's journal prompts, and also shadow work. Like that's a really important thing for all of us to go within and look within and unpack our baggage. And then it makes it easier to, do that with someone else. Because we can't just expect other people to be willing to unpack everything with us. It's an honor and it's something to be grateful for when someone is actually like taking the time to show up with us and be that loving, supportive place. So, don't take that for granted. If you have people in your life who are, remind them. It's good to be reminded that someone appreciates you and that values your presence. So share that love and reminders with all that you can, because we could all use a little more love and reminders and appreciation. And so, yeah. Yeah, thank you for being receptive to what I have to say. I am so tired and I want to take a nap. I feel like I look like it too, but that's okay. Okay, I'm gonna get off here because I gotta pick up Elijah from school. So, okay. Until next time.